Welcome, Final Fantasians of the Hanantasy 14, episode 15. The Grand Companies demand us. I highly suggest that in this episode, because we have reached level 20, we have defeated Ifrit, that the Grand Companies offer us a choice in which to choose. We are going to wheel what the Grand Company winner is, and it is the best of 3. So the first Grand Company to win 2 will be the Grand Company that we will choose. However, I fear that we have lots of cutscenes ahead of us. So, hey, the triumphant hero returns. Thongray told us about the news upon his revival. Revival. He's presently in the Solar, giving a full report to Lady Minfilia. You should join them at once. Lady Minfilia is most eager to see you. My late arrival nearly cost XIV her life. I wasn't there when the Amalja took her prisoner, and I wasn't there when they served her to Ifrit. Yes, by some miracle she survived, but that does not excuse the fact that she should have never had to face such dangers alone. I failed her utterly, just as I am failing you all. What's done is done, Thancred. You can ill blame yourself for every... XIV, it's good to see you again. Impeccable timing, my friend. I had just finished regaling Minfilia with your heroic exploits. Speaking about regal, Path of Exile 2 patch is about in 2 weeks. Very excited. We're gonna take a Final Fantasy break, but you really don't want to miss it because Final Fantasy 2, Path of Exile 2 is really cool. Did I say Final Fantasy? I probably said Final Fantasy, right? I meant Path of Exile 2. The Path of Exile 2 in about 2 weeks. And we're going to take a small break, but it's really cool. So if you want to play Path of Exile, play with us, because we're going to play as co-op, so you can join us. And Path of Exile 2 is great, and you don't want to miss it. And if you want to learn it, come over too. I'm going to teach you. Impeccable timing, my friend. I just had finished regaling Minfilia with your heroic exploits. Thongray has told me everything. You have done well to return to us. The perils you faced were undeniably great, yet a part of me believes that I had no cause to fear, and now we can put paid to our long investigation. As we suspected, the Amalja undertook both the robbery and the abductions with the aim of summoning their primal Ifrit. Nor is this tale limited to Ul'dah. Similar incidents have been rife in both Limsa Lobimsa and Gritze as of late. I dare say you've been curious as to how these criminals are linked to the primals. Permit me to explain. Having manifested in physical realm, primals must consume ether if they are to maintain their presence here. The stronger they become, the more ether they require. Now, ether exists throughout creation. It flows through all life and permeates the very air we breathe. Alas, this alone will not suffice to sustain the likes of Ifrit. Nay, he and his kind require a more concentrated source of ether crystals. It is for this reason that incidents involving crystals can often trace back to a primal. Which leaves us with the why of the abductions. To understand this, you must first understand how primals are born. When all is well within the world, the primals possess no physical form. Their essence is dispersed as across the great river of ether. However, when the world is plunged into chaos, and those who worship the primals cry out to their gods for deliverance from suffering, these cries serve as a beacon towards which a primal's essence is irresistibly drawn. It is this coming together, or etheric coalescence, which grants the being's physical form. Once born, a primal gains the strength from its followers' worship. The more numerous and fervent they are, the more powerful their god becomes. But the primals are seldom satisfied with such reverence as their adherents freely give. In order to gain more power, they do not scruple to create followers. They do this by tempering mortals, a process to which you yourself were subjected. Yet as Ifrit took your comrades in his thrall, you alone remain unaffected. This is thanks to the power you possess, the Echo. We know not why of it, but those blessed with the Echo are immune to the primal influence. Is it as though a greater power protects us? When first you came to us, I told you that the Echo would be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. I trust you now begin to see why. The recent incidents all share a common trait: meticulous planning. Such elaborate designs are a new development, and one which fills me with an unshakable sense of foreboding. While I share your concern, my presiding feeling is one of relief at your safe return. The immortal flames assured me that they will deal with the aftermath, so you need not concern yourself with that. We may rest easy for a time. I suggest you take full advantage of the respite, Isolith. You may be sure it won't last long. Once the people learn the identity of the hero who felled Ifrit, I fear you will have a nary moment to yourself. Oh, I remember what we need to do before we get to the Grand Companies. Oh, we're gonna do an X-Course. Whether she intended or not, Minfilia neglected to tell you something. Something I think it would be best you heard from one of us. Concerns the tempered abducted that were rescued. I am sorry to report that all of them have been put to death, the flames with whom you were imprisoned included. Needless to say, this information must not be made known to the public. I swear to you that we would have not to do this if there were any other recourse. But once a man is tempered, he is tempered for life. His very existence lends strength to the primal who he cannot choose but worship. And so we Scions continue to fight. That no more innocents need to be sacrificed. I hope you will continue to stand with us, Isolith. Kinda sounds like religion. Ah well. But I should be going. I must offer my apologies to the Flame General for the losses of his people suffered. Till next time! What? You're looking at me like I said something.
No, he said he has to go, so I'm sad.
Ah, I see. Do you like him from the front view or the back view of Thancred? What do you like more? Because...
Well, let's just say that I like him when he arrives, but I like it Israel when he leaves. Because it's a nice point of view.
Ah, yes. The mind of a woman. Ever complicated.
I could say so many things.
Oh yeah, do it. If you touch the subject, you need to say it.
No, I won't. But you're the one who started with the eye... No, you're the one who started with the eye candy thing.
Coward.
No.
Gods forgive me. How many more lives? Luswa would have never allowed this to happen. I have to do better. I have to be stronger. Coward. What a coward.
No, there's nothing.
If you say something and you start a sentence, you have to complete it.
And I completed it. You're the one who started talking about eye candy. And kept showing me the eye candy for you. So I'm just getting payback now.
Okay. Never mind. Until not so very long ago, you were but one of many adventurers seeking to make their way in Eorzea. But for your character and courage, you were raised to the esteemed post of envoy. Thereafter, you traveled the realm, aiding those in need without thought of reward, confirming Y'shtola to the Scions would benefit from your aid. And no sooner you had joined us that you personally bested the Primal Ifrit. You've achieved a great deal in a short time, and won fame in doing so. Alas, fame does not come without a price, as you soon will discover. We have guests, Izalith, or rather, you have guests. No, the Grand Company thing is now, okay. Beg pardons! Oh, Lady Minfilia, radiant as always. I am given to understand that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have but recently welcomed a new hero in their midst. I am here on behalf of the Maelstrom Grand Company of Limsa Lobimsa to offer said hero a place of honor within our ranks. As you can see, Izalith, your recent exploits have garnered you the attentions of the Grand Companies of Eorzea. Each organization would have Ifrit's Bane for its own. To this end, all three have sent officers to court you. They would not ordinarily go to such lengths to enlist a new recruit. That they have is evidence of their high regard for you. I find myself wondering how word of Izalith's deeds spread so quickly. That the immortal flames should know her triumph to be expected, but what of the other grand companies? The demon had to Your reputation precedes you, Mistress Stanza. This is no ordinary woman who can face a primal and emerge victor. The Order of the Twin Adder has need of valiant women such as you. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us ensure that the peace ever reigns over the Twelveswood. What a pleasure it is to finally meet you, Mistress Sansa. Mistress? My comrades speak of you in the most glowing terms. A woman of your talent belongs with the immortal flames. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us secure a prosperous future for Ul'dah. The Admiral was not exaggerating when he said you have the look of a hero. Full often does she speak of you, friend, as do many others in Limsa. Long before the rest of Eorzea took note, your name was well known to us, owing to your valorous deeds on the behalf of our citizens. It is only natural that we should want you for the Maelstrom. Join your strength to ours, and together let's see the grand vessel of Limsa Lobimsa to the shores of glory. And my character is stunned. Lady Minfilia. Very well. Though I'm quite sure you need no reminding, mayhap a brief summary of the situation would help to clarify your thoughts on this matter. As you know, the grand companies are all-encompassing organizations empowered to call upon the martial, economic, and technological resources of their respective city-states in times of strife. There are presently 3 such organizations in Eorzea: the Maelstrom of Limsa Lobimsa, the Order of the Twin Adder of Gritze, and the Immortal Flames of Ul'dah. So, serving a grand company means serving the nation to which it belongs. You will be charged with its defense and tasked with advancing its cause. In return for your faithful service, you will be furnished with various rewards, some of which may well prove useful in your other endeavors. If you are agonizing over which grand companies best serves your loyalty, be at ease. The commitment you make to this day do not need to be permanent. Should you wish to shift your allegiances at a later date, you're entitled to do so, and yet I concede that it is no small choice you face. A thought occurs to me. You will, of course, recall that the 3 city-states are planning to hold a remembrance service. Well, as part of the proceedings, I am given to understand that the leader of each grand company will deliver an address. Hearing these addresses ought to help you to make an informed decision. What you say, my dear officers? A fine suggestion. You are as wise as you are beautiful, milady. Slimy, so slimy. Very well. Let XIV hear our leader speak, then return here with her decision. We eagerly await your answer. So slimy, all of them.
Can I just say?
Yes.
They're a bit fake. They're slimy, but they're very fake as well.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Because they said all that to me too.
I mean, okay, look. They are what we call door-to-door salesmen. I work for an ISP, and I used to partake in the training of what we call door-to-door salesmen, which are basically literally the people that ring at your door and saying, hey, here's the ISP, do you want to be ripped off? And that's basically their training, and that's exactly what these guys are doing. So, and I know full well the tactics that they use to get you to sign up. In short, if someone rings at your door and tries to sell you something, close the door. Really does. And if you really truly want to buy something, get online. Literally the best deals are online. So I know full well that adventurers are by their nature a liberty-loving breed and not best suited to the discipline of military service. But I strongly urge you to join a grand company nonetheless. While the premise of reward is enticing in itself, it is not the only benefit. You are possessed of great power, XIV, and with it you are capable of doing untold good. Yet know that great power is wont to attract attention. None of it all is friendly. There will be those who will wish you ill, and you must needs to be on the lookout for them. Yet, however vigilant you are but one woman. In the midst of a grand company, however, you will be one woman amongst many. A friend amongst friends. Your achievements will be shared, and so will be the danger. I can think of no better arrangement. Of course, joining one organization need not mean leaving another. I hope that we can continue to rely upon your aid. The 12 known that we will have need of it in the days ahead. I have to say, with Dawn Trail, the game received a graphical update, and the game has never looked so good. Like, the models of the characters look incredible. Grand companies seek to protect their own nations. We Scions, on the other hand, seek to preserve the future of Eorzea as a whole. Similar, yet not quite the same. Now then, I expect you will be afield more often in the future. As such, I would have you carry this link pearl with you at all times, or walkie-talkie. It will allow us to stay in touch regardless of location. Eorzea is changing, XIV, and you have the power to help shape it anew. None can say what the morrow will bring, but as long as we believe in ourselves, there is naught we cannot achieve. Now, it is time for you made ready for your journey. Before you depart, be sure to speak to Tataru. She will apprise you as to where and when the remembrance services are due to take place. Let's speak to the demon, I guess. And we should look into getting new gear because we are level 30. Our gear, I believe, is 23. Yeah, our gear is 23. While main quest is still not high level, having higher level gear matters a lot because we are scaled down to the maximum. So having a little upgraded gear might actually be really, really good.
I'm sorry about all of the attention you're getting, Isolate. I might have sung your praises a little too loudly, and often to a few too many people. Next time I'll be sure to hold my tongue, literally if necessary. Anyway, I expect you want to know where and when the remembrance services are taking place.
My god.
If all goes to plan, Gridania's Grand Company, the Order of the Twin Adder, will hold the first of 3 services, and the Elder Seatseer Conde Senna will deliver her address at Mikedo's Amphitheater. I should probably mention at this point that due to the organizational challenges involved in assembling all of the involved parties, it is possible that the order of services might change. Still, there is not much we can do about that, so make Gridania your first port of call. Next, you will need to go to Ulda, where the Flame General Robon Alden will be addressing the masses at the Royal Promenade. Oh, and it's rumored there is a special guest. How exciting! Last but not least, you must take your way to the stateroom in Limsa Lominsa, where the Maelstrom Chief Admiral Melwin Bliss Whiffin will be giving her address. The room is accessible via the left admiral, and then defy yourself to the sentry, Xanthil, and he will admit you. Got all that? Well, off you go then. I hope you find the remembrance services suitably educational. I suggest visiting the city-states in my prescribed order, though with your record of impeccable timing and luck, the schedule may well change in the favor of your preferred travels. Farewell.
This is very difficult.
That's gonna hurt tomorrow.
That's very difficult to do. As much as I would like to voice the demon further, my voice is not taking this very kindly. So... okay. Tell me down in the comment section below if Demon Tartaru needs to continue. And if that comment gets over 5,000 likes, I'll ignore the order and still not do it. Because it really hurts my throat. Because that is actually really hard on the throat. So, yeah. Sorry.
Excuses.
Okay, you go ahead and voice it then.
We should have done that actually. We should have done like joint voice acting.
Probably, yeah. I mean, it's not too late, really. But yeah, please, Demon Voice, Tartaru, yes or no, down in the comment section below. Either we get 5,000 comments or 5,000 like on one comment, and I will ignore it. Here to attend the remembrance service, be quick. The Admiral, I did not read it, so be quick. The Admiral is due to give her address at any moment. What kind of address? Home address or company address?
Both. Because nowadays they find everything out.
Oh yeah. I believe you need 7 indicators to reverse engineer a person's profile. So stuff like age, location, pets, relatives, relationship status. I believe you need 7 indicators and you can reverse engineer someone's profile relatively easy. with high accuracy.
誇り高き海の民よ、思い起こせ、魂揺さぶる我らの旗を。
But I get a break from reading, so.
伝説の建国船ガラディオン号が漂着し、リムサロミーサの礎が築かれたのが今から700年前。皆海洋と航海の神リムレーンに導かれ、海の民として生きてきた。
Oh, look who's there.
リムサ・ロミンサの国旗を見てごらん。流線旗と呼ばれる模様だ。赤は犠牲となった仲間たちの血を、黒のロングシップは海賊船を意味しているんだよ。
エオールゼアを侵略してきたガレマール帝国に対して、我々はグランドカンパニー国家団を結成した。5年前、帝国とのカルテノーの戦いにおいても、直前にヒルフィル以下の海賊諸派と同盟関係を結び、ガラディオン協定を成立させ、共に戦いに挑んだ。海の民の底力を見せつけたのだ。しかし、結果は皆が知っての通りだ。国家団、海賊勢力ともに、カルテノーでは多くの者が死んだ。自由のため、己の正義のために戦い、苦しくも丘の上で散っていった者たちに哀悼の意を。
What was the saying? In a war, there are no winners, only survivors. So, that's what war does.
自由か。そう、人はみんな利己的さ。でもそれは蛮族だって同じはずだ。人と蛮族は根本的には何も違わないのだから。
この5年、我々は決死の思いでリムサロミーサを復興してきた。第7零祭の傷は深く、未だ癒えきらない。そんな中、リムサロミンサは以前にも増して輝き、リムレーンのベールの名に恥じない都市へ復興を遂げることができた。しかし、この我々の努力を踏みにじろうとしている奴らがいる。蛮神リヴァイアさんを信奉するサハ銀族がついに上陸した。
マジかよ。
サハ銀族が。
そして蛮神タイタンを信奉するコボルド族がオゴモロ山を出て南下してきている。この蛮族たちは今後のリムサロミーサの繁栄に大きな壁となって立ちふさがるだろう。さらにはガレマール帝国だ。帝国軍がリムサロミーサ領内に砦を築いた。全面衝突も時間の問題だ。
I actually don't know the map out of memory. Is Garlemald really closer to Limsa? Let me quickly check. I have to check. Where is actually Garlemald? Actually, Gridania is actually closest to Garlemald. So if anyone would brace the front, it would be Gridania. And most of all, Ishgard. Ishgard and Gridania would take the front if there would be a frontal attack. In fact, Limsa Lomimsa, while being on sea, is technically furthest away from Garlemald. So...
リムサロミーサは今、 三方からの敵に囲まれている。しかるに国内に海賊問題を抱え、内部が一枚岩ではない。今まさに我々は嵐の中にいると言えよう。この嵐の中、我らが取るべき進路はただ一つ。蛮族帝国を打ち払い、リムサロミンサが新たな世へ進むための航路を開くのみ。そのためには第七零祭の後、分裂した海賊諸派と国家団が再び手を取り合い、冒険者と共に一丸となって困難に立ち向かうほかない。不可能は人が作り出すもの。返せば可能もまた人が作り出すもの。誇り高き海の民よ、その力、その技術、その知識を今一度集結せよ。我々は一つ真紅の旗のもとに生きる墳系の友である。
提督万歳！
万歳！
早速野郎どもを集めなきゃな。
のう、血がたぎるぜ。俺は提督についていくぜ。
I'm actually surprised you didn't choose Limsa when you chose your Grand Company because of Raina. Or Raina, rather. I'm actually surprised.
私はアルフィノという
I
God, he's
really
so
think
small.
about it.
He's so small. Holy shit. Alfino and Red Alfino. They're so small. I mean, he's 16.
彼女はアリゼだ。
Yeah, it's Alfino and Red Alfino. If you know, you know.
私たちはこのカルテノ戦没者追悼式典を見て回っているのさ。各国のグランドカンパニーの名手たちがどういった主張をするのか楽しみでね。
Without spoiling much, remember this face. This face will be so important in this game. So important. So remember, the fox is doing this. This face, this guy is so important in this game. Isn't unbelievable. So remember him. He is super important. As the Admiral? What is an Admiral? Is Admiral a word? As the Admiral mentioned in her address, Limsa Lominsa is plagued by two beast tribes. The first are the fish-like Sahagin, worshippers of the primal Leviathan. The second are the kobolds who dwell beneath the earth and take the primal Titan for their god. Bow down, Underdweller. As if the beast tribe's presence weren't troublesome enough, the Garleans have also chosen to erect a fortress right at the Lominsans' backyard. And that is to say, naught of the internal strife. As a nation of pirates, there is no end to the blood feuds between various factions. And while they fight amongst themselves, the Garleans whet their blades and watch. If the Lominsans are to have any hope of withstanding the Empire, they must first resolve their own affairs. The difference must be set aside, and the primal threat dealt with once and for all. To this end, I expect that they will soon take decisive action against the beast tribes. Mark my words, the Maelstrom standard will be drenched in a deeper shade of crimson ere long. That a capable adventurer like you would be a valuable addition to their crew is beyond question. He's so small. But will you sail with the Admiral? And the outfit's really cool. Ooh, you are unlocking a higher difficulty version of Ifrit. This is what we call optional content, but technically not optional because so many things is locked behind it. So since this is a blue quest, you're doing a blue quest. A blue quest always unlocks some form of function in the game. And in this case, you're unlocking what's called Ifrit hard. There are 3 difficulties when it comes to trials: the normal, the hard, and the extreme difficulty. However, the hard difficulty has all but disappeared. So it is only story difficulty and extreme difficulty in the future. The hard difficulty has not been continued, basically. What you are still unlocking are remnants from A Realm Reborn, so from 2.0. This is a remnant from 2.0 base. You should still do every single one of them, though.
ラウバーン様もいるわ。
黄金の砂嵐が吹くウルダハに集いし、熱き魂を持つ者どもよ。このウルダハはその昔ウル朝により建国され、交易都市として発展してきた。そして地底と商売の神ナルザルの加護のもと、砂の都黄金郷ウルダハとして繁栄してきた。
Kind of look out of place. Oh, look, it's Alphino and Red Alphino.
ウルダハの国旗を見てごらん。あの絵柄は黒地に金の天秤という衣装さ。
これまでウルダハの繁栄は巨万の富を生み出した。5年前のカルテノーの戦いにおいても皆が財と財を投じ、エオルゼア同盟3として最も多くの戦力を提供した。その結果として帝国軍第7軍隊を打ち破ったのだ。
打ち破っただって、一体誰のおかげで今があると思っているんだ。
Looks like Alphino knows a little bit more than Rauban would have the public to believe.
多くの兵が帰ってこなかった。
I wonder why.
彼らの魂がナルザル神の恩元にたどり着き、来世で幸運をつかむことを祈ろう。かの戦いは結果的に勝利と呼べるものではなかったかもしれぬ。しかし第7零歳後のこの困難の時代、皆が己のことだけを考えるようになっていった。ウルダハの現状を見よ。難民が押し寄せ、貧者がそこら中にいる。
Do you think it is a requirement of a city-state leader to have great speeches? Tell us in the comment section down below. Does a grand company leading person has to have good speech ability? Like in Skyrim, when you talk to someone for 100 times, then their little level pop up, speech upgraded from 99 to 100.
それなのにフシャたちは財を投じて助けようとはしない。武を誇った者たちも動こうとはしない。今のこのウルダハの状況をカルテローで戦った友たちに誇れるのか。ウルダハを不滅体を信じて散っていった者たちに、お前たちのおかげで平和になったと胸を張って誇れるのか。この地に迫る蛮族アマルジャ族の脅威は相変わらず強く、ウルダハの生命線である交易路を脅かしている。さらにガレマール帝国に至っては一部地域を占領し、精輪水などの資源を奪っている。ウルダハの国難は続いているのだ。商人による自治を望む共和派も、王家に忠誠を誓う王党派も、共にウルダハの繁栄を望んでいるはずであろう。この国難こそ正気であり、同時に正気である。富を求める全ての者よ、武を誇る全ての者よ、黄金郷ウルダハに憧れし旅人や義士、そして冒険者よ。目先の富だけを追うのではなく、国を世界を見据えよ。今一度七母女王陛下のもとに結集するのだ。ウルダハを守るグランドカンパニー不滅体を信じ、 私腹を肥やすのではなく不滅体に投資しろ。
So, communism.
エオルゼアの駅はウルダ派の国益である。そして国益は国民の駅である。
The Ulda is basically communism.
ナナモ様、
苦しゅうない。
Casually picks up the potato on his shoulder.
第17代国王ナナモールナモである。わらわから言うことは一つだけじゃ。ウルダ派の宝は金銀でも宝石でもあらぬ。そなたたち民じゃ。民の知恵、民の勇気、民の笑顔、何より民の命こそウルダ派の誇る最大の宝なのじゃ。ウルダ派の民よ、わらわと共にエオルゼア全土をウルダ派のごとく繁栄に導くのじゃ。
バンザイ！
勝敗は速さと速さが分かつ。すべては永遠なる女王陛下とウルダ派の繁栄のために。
And now Alfino most likely has something to say. There he is. I did not read the first text box, I'm sorry. Judging by the look of your distaste, I take it you have encountered them. I clicked a little bit too fast. The Uldans do not shy from confrontation. If aught threatens their precious prosperity, they will seek to crush it. So they have dealt with Ifrit thus far, smothering his flames each time he is stoked to life. Yet he is but one of several problems. Though they have been quiet about these in the past 5 years, the Garleans have not gone away. Meanwhile, refugees continue to arrive in droves, and Ulda has no clear policy on how to deal with them. After all, not even the Sultana's coffers are bottomless, and even assuming they had the coin, resources will ever be finite. Which brings me back to the subject of Ifrit. It has been observed that the Amalja are summoning him with ever-increasing frequency. Every time they do, the Uldans send their forces to smite the Primal, and though they are invariably succeeding, each victory is brought with blood. It is a war of attrition which they cannot well sustain. Small wonder then that the Immortal Flames are eager to recruit more members. At such desperate hour, an adventurer of your existence would almost be a welcome addition to their ranks. And Red Alfino is walking away as usual. They didn't give Red Alfino much characterization. Well, that's actually not true. There is a lot of characterization if you don't speak a word. Doom is the best example of a character that does not speak a single word, but has so much character. So much character. If you play Doom 2016 and subsequently Eternal as well, your character, Doom Guy, has so much character even though he doesn't say a word. So you can characterize someone very well by not talking. So, yeah. Let's listen to the third exposition, shall we? So his son died. Cardinal was a terrible battle. Spot the main character.
Now 500年前の遠い昔、精霊を恐れ洞穴の暗がりに隠れ住んでいた人々が長き対話を経て精霊の許しを経て
森に都を築きました。その都の名はグリダニア。ヒューランとエレゼンは手を取り合い生きてきました。今ではムーンキーパーの方々も少ないながら都に身を寄せ、共に歩んでおります。この調和と協調が苗床となり、大地と豊穣の女神ノフィカ様のご厚を受け、グリダニアという大樹は繁栄を続けてきました。
カヌエ様の後ろ、グリダニアの国旗を見てごらん。絡み合う2匹の白蛇はヒューランとエレゼンの2種族の協力を示しているのさ。今の話を象徴するものだ。
この誉れ高きグリダニアを、いえ、愛すべきエオルゼア全土を侵略せんとする北方のガレマール帝国。私たちグリダニアがこの脅威から森を守るためにグランドカンパニー、ソージャ島を結成して対抗したことは皆様の記憶に新しいでしょう。グリダニアは森の調和を重んじ、歴史上も侵略者に対して一歩も引かずに戦ってきました。その伝統の通り、ソージャ島は帝国と相対したのです。
The Fox and I talked at length about this person because he's the conjurer trainer, and his extremely staring look is kind of like he's eating your soul with whipped cream on top of it. He's like definitely the one that like looks in your like creeps up your window at night and goes like, "Did you have food?" and then leaves. Like he's eating your soul when you're not looking.
そしてグリダニアが重んじる調和と協調はエオルゼア都市軍事同盟の実行化を促し、エオルゼア同盟軍の成立へと導いたのです。ですが5年前、カルテノーの戦いが起こりました。
What I kind of like about Kane-sana so far is she has not really talked down the other nation.
この戦いは想像を絶するものでした。多くの戦死者を出したことは事実です。ソージャ島の最高司令官である当主として、私は責任を痛感しています。第7零祭で森は深く傷つき、5年を経た今なお癒えきってはおりません。森の被害は皆様の生活にも深く影響しています。こんな時だからこそ皆で手を取り合わなくてはならない。それにもかかわらず嘆かわしいことに、貧しさに負け盗賊になる者、密猟者になる者が後を絶ちません。そして我らが旧敵イクサル族は相も変わらず森に侵入してきては自然の恵みを奪い、精霊の心を乱しています。第7零祭以降、私たちの故郷グリダニアは不安定な状況が続いているのです。
確かに親友隊は帰国隊も賊の討伐に大わらわだそうだ。
カルテノーの戦いはとても悲しい戦いでした。
Alright, skip the text.
記憶をなくしている連中が誰に哀悼するっていうのよ。
That's the first time Red Alfino spoke.
しかしガレマール帝国との戦いはまだ続いているのです。
That's interesting. That Kane-sana mentions that Eorzean citizens, but also Garlean citizens, died in that fight.
彼らは森に横島なる砦を築き、居座っております。ですが、国内が不安定な状態では、帝国軍を追い払うなど、
That's
叶わぬ夢
valid.
でありましょう。
That is a valid argument.
私たちは再びグランドカンパニー、ソージャ島の下で団結し、 ガレマール帝国と戦わなくてはなりません。カルテノーの戦いから5年、この節目の年にグリダニアの理念、調和と協調を思い出してください。そして今一度皆様の結束を。もう耐える時は過ぎました。悠久の風は私たちと共にあります。赤心の前に道は必ず開けるのです。
I think that is the best speech out of all
精霊の
three.
導きとともにこの森に平和を取り戻し、次の500年後の子孫にも豊かな森を残せるようにしようではありませんか。
この森を守らねばな。森と精霊の御ために。
It's a bit odd that she seemingly employs children exclusively. Bit odd. That's a sick hairdo, bro.
やあ、また会ったね。
I didn't mean you. I meant the one in the cutscene who had like dreads going upwards and then like, what is it? A Fuku? No, it's not a Fukuhila. An Iro keys. Because the fox is currently doing this. So not judging. I do that a lot. The Gridanians have unfortunate enough to have contend with 2 beast tribes. The Exal are unquestionably more troublesome, being of a naturally warlike disposition, and wont to summon their bloodthirsty primal Gawuda. The Sylphs, by contrast, are peaceful in nature, being mischievous rather than malevolent, and have long been on friendly terms with the Gridanians, until recently at least. Alas, they have grown aloof, a change observed at roughly the time they summoned the primal Ramu. The Gridanians have no love for war, and they consider open conflict a last resort. Though they clash with the Ixal ever more regularly, you may be assured that they do so in self-defense. As for the Sylphs, they are as yet bound by a peace treaty, though one wonders how long this will be before it's broken. The Twelves Wood was grievously wounded during the calamity, leaving Gridania vulnerable to attack. The people are hopeful, and that restoring the wood and therefore the power of the elements will put an end to their woes. Yet how long will that take? Centuries, I wager. Meanwhile, the Ixal continue their incursions, spurred on by Gabuda and her insatiable appetite for destruction. Whether the Gridanians like it or not, sooner or later they will come to an all-out war, and when it does, the Oath of the Twin Edda will need all the help it can muster. How valuable might the aid of a capable adventurer prove to them? Alrighty, we listen to all 3. The walkie-talkie is ringing. Azalith, this is Minfilia. You are well, I hope. Would I be correct in thinking that the final remembrance service has now concluded? A moment ago, you say? What coincidence! Jesting aside, I trust you remember our guests from the Grand Companies? Well, delighted! Though we are to have them here at the Viking Sands, it would not do to keep them in suspense any longer than necessary. In short, hurry the fuck back. I inserted the fuck. So pray return to the Waking Sands. and we will choose our grand company, and then we'll call it quits for the episode, because so much will happen after we have chosen our grand company that this episode will go vastly into the overtime. Nedrick over there has a dungeon available for us. We'll do that next episode as well. There is a bunch of stuff we have to unlock because we want to have every single dungeon right. So we have to choose our grand company now, and since we are unfortunately not available to rely on the YouTube comment section down below, although if there is an overwhelming number we can always change the grand company, we have devised this little thing right here. We have the Wheel of Names, a very often used tool of mine, and we have all 3 grand companies there. The best of 3 wins, so the first 1 to 2 wins this. We have 0 results currently, so this is fresh off the wheel, and let's see who will be our grand company. Oh, Limsa is taking the lead. Limsa is taking the lead. Limsa Lobimsa. Okay, let's spin more. Ooh, Gritze is taking a shot. We have no clear winner yet. So Gritze is taking a shot. Now the third spin. Third spin brings us to Gritze. So Gritze it is. Gritze has won. So we're going to Gridenia. Very cool. Welcome back, Azalif, where the Grand Company leader's words as illuminating as you had hoped. Each Nathan is beset with problems. I trust you see now why your services are in such demand. With that there were more of you. But you must be tired from your journey, so why don't you rest a while and take a moment to reflect on your decision. Once your mind is made up, pray give the Grand Company officers your answer. Well, they say pray a lot. Oh, we have bodyguards.
あの冒険者はどこの国のグランドカンパニーを選ぶんだろうね。いずれにしてもこれで世界は動き始める。
アルフィノ、あなた本当にこれでいいと思ってる？
どういうことだい、アリゼ？
各国の演説を聞いたでしょ。どの国も自分の国の問題と綺麗事ばかり。
Not wrong.
原因を深く調べるでもなく、まるで第7零祭なんて忘れてしまったかのよう。
確かに綺麗事だったかもしれないがね。
Alize is not wrong.
気づいたかい、アリゼ？各国の名手たちは光の戦士たちを引き合いに出さなかった。光の戦士たちは第7零祭からエオルゼアを救った英雄だ。その英雄を出さなかったということは、各国がそれぞれに自立を模索しているということ。
But what good would have done to tell that?
このエオルゼアは零祭で深く傷ついた。それでもどの国も明日へ向かって歩み出している。蛮族、蛮神。エオルゼアにはまだまだ問題が山積みだ。各国のグランドカンパニー、そして暁の決明。彼らはその問題を解決する鍵だよ。いいかい、アリゼ？明日のために、未来のために、第7零祭は過去にしなければならないんだよ。
おじい様はあんな奴らに未来を託したわけでも、組織を残したわけでもないわ。
Oh dear, Ryugedin is quite shocked.
私のやり方で世界の明日を見つけてみせます。
お互い目指すところは同じはずだ。いつの日か分かり合える日も来るよ。
だといいわね。
She's a little bitchy, but can't fault her, really.
無理にでも分かり合わないといけないのさ。それが僕たち慶米の宿命なんだから。それに鍵は扉を開くためにあるだけじゃない。 過去を知りたくもない真相を閉じるにも。
Alrighty, and we are choosing Gritze for our Grand Company. I take it the Elder Seatseer's words have touched your heart. Have you resolved to entwine your destiny with that of the Twin Adder? You have chosen wisely, my friend. The Elder Seatseer will be overjoyed. Without further ado, let us speak of practical matters. In order to complete the enrollment procedure, you must report to our headquarters in Credania, the Adder's Nest. The building you seek stands in the southern part of the city, now called the New Credania. Give your name to the personal officer there and he will guide you through the formalities. I have no doubt that your deeds will bring a great honor to our order. When we next meet in Credania, I shall be proud to call you sister. Alrighty. So let's go to Gritze and then we call quits for this episode. Because if you look well down below, it is already quite late. It is a Monday and we are working class people, which translates to we're wage slaves and we need to get up early because this is not our job. This is currently our enjoyment and I hope someday it is job enjoyment. So until then, thank you very much for watching. This has been episode 15. The fox is refashioning her fashion sense. And to that matter, what is the last words of today's episode?
Play Final Fantasy and let us know if you like it as much as we do.
And if you want to play with us, we are on the Light Data server and the server that we play on is Shiva. So if you want to join us, feel free to do so. We're happy to take you in and take care. Bye-bye. You know where to find us. You're a smart cookie. Interact with the video. Take care.
Bye-bye.